travelers, and luxury destination adventurers. It's now time to enjoy the journey on Enjoy the Journey with David Hartman and guests. And now, here's David Hartman.
In the Keys.
Welcome.
Welcome.
David Hartman here.
Daniella Hume.
Live from Walt Disney World. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show, my weekly travel show on the A1A Media Network and Facebook Live. We're doing a very special show live from Kidani Village, Animal Kingdom Lodge, right behind Animal Kingdom Theme Park in Walt Disney World. Again, I'm David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. I also own and run the Dave's Disney Facebook page. Check it out and like that. And make sure, please, like this feed today and share it and give a comment. What is your favorite theme park? And also, when are you coming back to Walt Disney World? I also have a guest today. Our guest is Daniella Hume.
Hey, how are you guys?
Daniella was on the show back on June 22nd when we did the reopening of Disney theme parks.
Yes.
So Disney Vacation Club properties. Mm-hmm. And that was a resort-only stay just to check things out. And now we're here to actually enjoy the theme parks because right now, 2 theme parks are open. So a big wave from Mickey.
What's up?
And thank you for joining today. So stick around and we're going to have some fun. We're going to take questions from the audience. If you have a question about theme parks, if you have a question about how safe it is, we're going to talk about the safety issue. We're going to talk about what you need to know to have fun at Walt Disney World. Things are a bit different. But I will say it's very manageable and crowds are very light. Mm-hmm. So thank you for joining us today. And again, like this and share this feed. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expedition that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages in remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman at 305-453-9208 or email dave@bucketwishtrip.com. So Danielle, welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We had some great reaction having you on the show back a few weeks ago, and had to have you back again now that we're back in Walt Disney World.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, you actually love this area. You've actually stayed in a room similar to this before, right?
Yes, I have. Actually, right around this time last year.
Very nice. Very nice. And that was over at Jambo House.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we are at Kidani Village. Where is that? That is the far western part of Walt Disney World property. Walt Disney World is about 40 square miles, and we are all the way down Osceola Parkway. So if you get off I-4 on Osceola, go all the way to the end, you end up at Kidani Village. Jambo House was built first in about 2000, and then they added the top level to be Vacation Club in 2006. And it was kind of be an adjunct to Animal Kingdom Theme Park being built in 1998. And then they decided it was so popular, their timeshare program, which I'm a part of, called Disney Vacation Club, that they decided to build this whole complex shaped like 2 big U's together to add more of these Savannah View rooms. So today we are staying in the Savannah View studio in Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. And I'm using my timeshare points to stay here for 2 nights, last night and tonight. And our wonderful camera person, Bonnie's going to pan around and show you our view. The animals are out and about. They're kind of hiding behind these trees here, but they will be out later. This morning we've had giraffes, an ostrich, a Niali, which is a type of big ox type animal. Had some water buffalo. And they have numerous savannas here. Of all their rooms, like 3/4 are Savannah View. And they have studios, 1-bedroom suites, 2-bedroom suites, and even 3-bedroom grand villas. And those are available through Disney Travel Company that you can book through Disney travel agents like myself. And I remember looking for you for your birthday, for Jerry's birthday. You wanted to come back here, but unfortunately, theme parks were still closed and no new reservations were being opened up.
That's correct, yes.
So next year we'll get you.
Next year.
And Danielle had a question last time she was on the show. What is your favorite resort? And it always depends on what am I doing, where do I want to go. If it's theme parks, I want to stay in the Epcot Resorts area. That's where we were last time. We did the show live from Boardwalk. Mm-hmm. By the way, last time you couldn't really see us, but just so you know, you're sure, this is Daniella. I'm David, so you know us apart. Today we worked in the light and we got a much better setup here. But the one resort that stands out as world class is this complex here, the two buildings, either one. They're very similar. I would say Animal Kingdom Lodge Jambo House has a bigger lobby. Besides that, the services are pretty similar, and the views are pretty similar. The African animals are very similar.
Yeah.
Because these hotels could be anywhere in the world and be world class.
Yeah, for sure.
Just last night I'm walking on the hallways, and the African art here is amazing. It's the biggest display outside of Africa. I think number 2 in the country, outside of some famous museums. And the theming, I mean, we're at zebra chairs over here. I mean, the decor is amazing. This is a deluxe resort, actually a deluxe villa resort. So this is as high as you can go being on Disney property. And with Disney on property, you get the benefits of the bus service, and you get extra magic hours when they did have those, which is kind of not happening right now, and a lot of other things. So this is an example of a place you can stay at Walt Disney World. And myself, with Dave's Disney, my travel agency and Fantastic Endeavors, I can help book you guys here if you want to come back. So, anyways, we brought Daniella back more to talk about theme parks. So today is all about theme parks, and we'll gladly answer your questions on all things Disney, about resorts, about theme parks. We did a resort day yesterday where we bounced around different resorts and ate lunch at one and played golf at another, and then also we just had a snack at one. So we'll talk about that day too, to show you that resort activities are still available in a limited fashion. But the real thing why everyone's here, they want to hear about the theme parks, right?
Yes, of course. Everyone wants to know if you're safe. That's the big question. Yeah. I posted a lot of pictures for Dave's social media, for my social media, and a lot of the responses, are you guys feeling safe? And what is the big answer?
Yes.
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 My husband and I were talking, and we honestly feel safer than we do when we go to the store coming to Disney. Everything is so strict, and never once did we feel crowded. Not one time. We went to Animal Kingdom one day, and we went to Magic Kingdom the next day, and it was both just amazing experiences.
And those are the only 2 theme parks open. On Saturday, we had Magic Kingdom open. And then we had Animal Kingdom open. And then on Wednesday the 15th, that is Wednesday, right? You have Epcot Studios opening. And you need a theme park pass to get in, and we'll talk about that. There were previews on the 9th and 10th. I skipped the 9th, decided to come up the 10th, and I did Animal Kingdom. And I must say, I've never seen a theme park so empty. And I've done special events.
Yeah.
I've done all sorts of Disney Vacation Club events, and I've never seen a theme park so empty. I'm pulling up my laptop here to do things. I have to shut down the volume because I'm watching the feed. But Danielle is the VP of BuzzTeam Media. So tell us about what you do and how you're helping out Dave's Disney now.
Yeah, so we do everything from events to social media to creative to logos, websites, you name it. But what we're doing for Dave's Disney right now is we're working on his social media. We do social media management. So I run multiple different websites and social media because he has so many of them. Yes. So it was a little bit for him to handle, so we decided to jump in and take over, and we'll post his content, we'll take some content, and we'll do his stories, we'll research, and we go ahead and we manage that for him. So it's a lot easier, and the flow, the process, he doesn't have to think about it, and every day when he wakes up, you know, it's already done, or if he has something that he needs to get done, he'll just shoot it over to us, we'll go ahead and take care of it, and he can go on with his day. So it's a lot, you know, it's more seamless and it's a lot easier for him.
And it makes a good point is it's a time-saving service, and that's why I hired Danielle on services. I'm already working with BuzzTeam Media for a number of my corporate clients. My Fantastic Travel agency has a number of divisions, and part of it is obviously leisure travel. Disney travel is a big piece of it because I'm passionate for the product. I'm here every month and I have a lot of clients. Now I have corporate clients coming here too, so it's best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And BuzzTeam Media is actually working with my corporate clients coming here and also helping me out with my leisure clients. And the idea is that I have different specialties. One of them is Disney, hence Dave's Disney. It's a brand I created. Gotta have the hands. Because of my time in the theme parks and because of my time up here, and I'm here all the time, and I do stay at the best properties because I am Vacation Club. That's why I bought into it. But I also have a Hawaii travel. I'm a specialist in, so I have a Dave's Hawaii brand I'm building because I have so much information and photos of my trips to Hawaii, and there's information you need to know about going there, especially right now with the shutdowns.
For sure.
I also have Bucket Wish Trip, and that is my brand I'm developing because it's beyond just bucket list travel, which has a kind of negative connotation. It's where do you wish you were right now? And put that together, you have Bucket Wish Trip. And when I rebranded and left to a franchise brand last year, that's the brand I'm now kind of not trading under, but marketing under.
Yes.
So I always ask two questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? And I bet you a lot of people wish you were right here in Walt Disney World at Animal Kingdom Lodge, because we are safe, having fun, and we are hanging out with safari animals. And Bonnie's going to pan over once in a while. Right now, they're being a little shy, but we do have a zebra in the distance.
Yeah, and two zebras. Look at that.
This is not animatronics, although the animatronics here are very lifelike. And this is not a Zoom background. And this is part of staying here. There's no extra expense. And they usually give you a guide and to kind of identify the animals. And they actually have mini safaris called the Wanamai Safari that you can get on in the evening. They give you nighttime glasses and you can cruise around. That's
awesome.
Not happening right now, I believe, because of crowd issues, but that will come back. But again, one of my favorite places to stay because viewing these animals doesn't get old, but beyond the view, the resort is just spectacular.
Really, truly is. One of a kind. Never seen anything like it.
So, and then back to Daniella, what she does, I mean, she's familiar with the product I wanted to market and want to get more involved in some of the other things I do, so it made sense that we brought her on board. And I like bringing her on the show because she's a local, I'm not, and she kind of has more intel about the parks and gets to go a lot more than I do, unfortunately. And we met through BuzzTeam Media and working together on other clients, and we just all realized we're all major Disney fans.
Yeah.
And I invited her and her husband Jerry. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday,
Last
Jerry.
week. And I invited them out to do Galaxy's Edge together.
Yes.
Because it was one of my first times, and we decided, to say, hey, let's all meet, and I got you on my campsite reservation.
Yes. And we just had a great time then, and we just realized, all right, well, we hit it off, and here we are now enjoying this. And, in the middle of a pandemic, honestly, I gonna tell you the truth, I didn't think I would be coming back to Disney this soon. And here I am. I enjoyed it so much. I really did feel extremely safe. And I had such a fun time. Yes, it's hot, but we're in Florida. It's the summer. What can you expect? So pack some water, bring those cooling towels. That's what we did. It really helps. And don't forget, Disney does give you free water at some concession stands and restaurants. You just go up, you can ask for a nice cup of water, and they'll give it to you, and that really helps cool you down.
Yeah. And the idea that customer service has been, Disney's known for that. It improved last year when Josh Jamar became head of Walt Disney World. Josh has now been promoted to head of Parks and Resorts Worldwide.
Yeah.
Because Bob Chapek, the former head of Parks and Resorts Worldwide, is now the CEO of Disney. And Iger's on the verge of retiring now. He's executive chair, whatever that means. And I love what Josh started doing in October. And then now it's with the breakdown, they're bringing back the most, obviously, probably hardworking, loyal, active cast members first.
Yeah.
And I think they're really impressed by them. They say, listen, we're back, you're back. Show them you're grateful. And they really have been amazing.
Truly.
And if you watch my video from Saturday morning around 8:30 in my feed, and I did a whole live feed on my Steadicam of just walking through Magic Kingdom on opening day, and I got chills because even the head, Jeff Valley, the new head of Walt Disney World, was there greeting us, and we did virtual high fives, and all the way down Main Street we were getting cheers from the cast members. And when I saw the castle, my voice got real high, like, there it is, you waited to see it. It was my first time seeing the castle that's been totally redone for the anniversary coming up, and they always do it a year in advance. And it's all rose gold in the space, and then royal blue turrets and gold. And some of the pictures, I got some pictures and video. I didn't take any pictures, so your pictures are amazing. I've been sharing your pictures. But Danielle is also a phenomenal photographer, so if you're looking for a photographer,
thank you.
Keep her in mind. And that's one of the reasons I brought her on, is that she has an eye for photography. So does someone help him out with my Dave's Disney page and other pages? I want someone who knows good pictures, and she's done a phenomenal job of getting more interaction with those pages. So speaking of which, please like my Dave's Disney page because I do different things there. This trip will be kind of back and forth, but when I'm not at Disney, my David W. Hartman page is more for local stuff or something else in travel, but there's always Disney content about what's happening. There's news every day in Disney. Trust me, I'm reading it every day. I listen to multiple blogs a week by people who live here. Multiple trades I read. I get a lot of information from my travel trades for travel agents. And so I do a lot of posts on just information and updates, and it's ever changing. Even
though he's not a local, I feel like he is, because this guy is such an expert. I mean, if any of you know Jerry, my husband, that are watching this, you know he knows everything Disney, and him and David can hold a conversation for hours about Disney. So,
But I appreciate all you being here. I just want to recognize some people real quick joining the feed, and this is interactive today. I mean, I have Danielle as a guest to talk about her experience because her experience is different than mine in the theme parks, and her view is a bit different. And so, what questions do you have? Are you worried about safety? Or you're worried about what's happening? I have some intel for you, so stay tuned on some tips that no one else is talking about. No one else talked about the problem with cleaning the rides and what that causes for wait times. No one talks about how much Splash Mountain's breaking down. But first off, Everett McCaskey, my man, old friend, I got certified with him, client is on board. Thank you, Everett. So he was here with his family and hung out at Fort Wilderness. He did my VIP tour last year.
oh, very nice.
Tony first got me going to Walt Disney World.
Very
Stephanie
cool.
Wood, thanks for joining. Skip, just hung out with Skip. Hey, Skip, safe travels home. We'll talk soon. Skip may join my company to sell Disney travel.
Nice.
So I am bringing on agents, by the way, so keep that in mind if you're looking to sell travel and want to sell Disney. Tommy Baird, hey, thank you for joining. Tammy and Mark, Mary and Mark, thank you for joining. Appreciate you all being here. Please like this, share this, like my Dave's Disney page, and also tell me what's your favorite theme park and when are you coming back to Walt Disney World. And if you're not feeling safe, tell us that too. I've had a few people say, hey, I've had some comments like, they shouldn't open, they're all gonna die.
Yep.
It's like, well, that's your attitude and I'm hiding that comment, but thank you for making it. There's different opinions what's happening here, and obviously there's an issue that you're probably all thinking of, and there's an elephant in the room. Is it safe to travel to Florida right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, Disney's banking on locals. They just relaunched 2020 tickets.
Yep.
And there are theme park passes available even for this week, not for Hollywood Studios. But you can go to a park right now without a ticket by buying a ticket and then signing up for a day you want to go to the parks based on that ticket date. And you can go that day.
Yeah.
For most of the week, except for Hollywood Studios. Why? Because of Galaxy's Edge. So that is really sold out the week. And also pass holders are blacked out the month.
Yeah.
But if you're a resort guest or if you're a ticket holder, just Google Disney World Theme Park Pass calendar, and I'll put a link later in the feed, and check out the calendar, and you can sort by resort guest, ticket holder, or pass holder, and the only one that has severe blackouts for the month of July. So in Disney right away, looked at their capacity, realized that people are not traveling to Florida right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then dumped a 35% off special for pass holders and Florida residents.
They adjusted. Yeah, we just made a recent purchase actually, and the gentleman said, it seems like everyone has their pass holder discounts because that's all we're getting, and it's because no one's really traveling here, I'm assuming.
So step one, if you do want to travel Walt Disney World anytime this summer, so this is probably going to go on until the summer. Check your restrictions, because the quarantine here to Florida is getting more limited. I think it's just the tri-state area where I'm from, Connecticut, New York, and New England, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. But the issue is the state you return back to. And I don't know how they're doing this. I've not heard too much how they're checking, how tough they're checking. But if you travel to Florida from some northern states and return, it's going to be like a 14-day self-quarantine. Now, what is self-quarantine? Obviously, keep yourself safe from others.
Yeah.
But we are having a spike in the pandemic down here, and a lot of attributes to are just people getting more active and traveling around.
Yeah.
The heat is not stopping this thing down, and thankfully, compared to other parts like Italy and New York, our mortality rate for now is very low. And so, but considering the older population in Florida, they need to keep an eye on that.
Definitely.
Lori, thank you for joining. Appreciate you guys joining today, joining the feed. Please like this and share and tell people, say, hey, look, Dave's live from Walt Disney World. We got a long show today, so feel free to ask a question. We'll take all questions and see what we can do. So we both went to theme parks this week.
Yes.
Right? We both did Friday in Animal Kingdom, passed all the preview. One cast member said 8,000 people. I estimated 800. I rode Flight of Passage 7 times in one day, and if that was all I did, only because of the long queue, I could have rode 30, but it was probably 20 times, And that ride never doesn't get old. I rode, there's 3 tiers in Flight of Passage. If you don't know what that is, just ignore what I'm saying. If you do know, you probably don't know this, but there's 3 tiers. I did 3 in the middle, 2 in the bottom, 1 up top, and I love the bottom, but then yesterday went back and did 1 on top. I said, well, the top's pretty cool too. But man, that ride's amazing. It's still my favorite theme park ride.
Very amazing.
So, and then trying to find what happened in my feed.
Well, when I went to Magic Kingdom, I actually purchased one of the new merchandise items. I'm actually going to take this off for that.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it and posted it, and everyone went crazy. This is, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there you are, the Together Again. This is the new shirts that they have. There you go. They have this color, and then they have the mint green, and they also have gray. And when I took a picture and I posted this on a few of the Disney groups, it blew up. A lot of people were going crazy. So I think a lot of people are excited for the new merchandise, and I think it's really cute, Together Again. It's a good saying because everyone's excited. They're excited to be back, that it's open up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, is that people want to get back to Disney. Whether you can right now, we understand, but Disney's now selling 2021 packages and 2020 packages, and contact me if you need help. Just message me here or dave@davesdisney.com.
Yep.
And my phone number, if you ever need it, is 305-453-9208. Again, new people join. Thank you, Rob. Rob probably is doing his podcast today. And, Eric McCassie, KGM, says hi, and that she loves being DVC. Hey, thank you, the whole McCassie family, for being there. They've been following me on every feed this whole trip, and we've been doing a lot of them. We've had fun visiting theme parks and visiting parts of the resorts, and yesterday was a good illustration of what I call the world activities, of seeing different things. But back to theme parks real quick. So the big question I get is like, how you feel, how's it safe? I mean, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. I never have experienced one semblance of a crowd yet.
Nope. Same here.
Which is like counterintuitive Disney. And
yeah, extremely.
Wherever there was a crowd or a potential for a crowd, which the mostly is a theme park opening, they found ways and get cast members or did protocols to prevent any crowding. For example, at the preview, it was raining and the park's running behind, so they didn't open the parking lot.
Okay.
They said, you got to circle. And it wasn't until like the last pass around, after you turned twice, that we were in like a 5-car wait to get in, and zoomed in. We were the first ones in the park. We walked from Bay Lake Tower, that's where I stayed the last couple nights, for Saturday morning from Magic Kingdom. And by the way, there's no more waiting, there's no more rope drop for right now. There's no more waiting in the front gate by the train station and kind of sitting up front. You need to wait at your security area at the TTC or at your resort, and then they will distance you there, do your temperature checks as you come in, and then you walk to the theme parks. And even there, we walked, and they stopped us until no one was in front of us. And I go, I told the guy, this is serious social distancing, so yeah, we have to wait till there's available space in front of you. So they were even staggering how you got to the front gate. So they have it all well thought out.
Yeah.
I mean, they took an extra month to do this, and I think with the spike in Florida right now, they're ingenious.
Yeah, for sure.
Because despite that, they're opening with safety, and they understand that it's not okay to travel to Florida right now because of the quarantine. When you return, logistic-wise, or you may be concerned. And of course, if you're high risk, please follow the precautions you're supposed to. Do not come to Disney if you're high risk.
Of course.
Please. Okay, another elf in the room. Do you have to wear a mask?
Of course. You do.
Can I see that mask, Chair? Yeah,
there are areas where you can go and take a breather. So that is a plus, but you do have to wear a mask. But when you have a drink or when you go to eat, again, you could take a breather. You could take it off. I do want to mention there is a change when you go to eat now. I don't know if you actually, I think you did say you ate in the park a couple times.
We ate at the Jungle Cruise restaurant, which is the Jungle Navigation Company Limited Skipper Canteen on Saturday. It was awesome.
And
I did a feed from there. That was a tough connectivity, so we ran out, but what an amazing restaurant.
Was it mobile ordering?
No, it was a table service restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead. You make a good point.
Okay. So I'm not sure if it is, because if it is, it's going to go off of my point. How everything now so far that we have experienced, we have to order our meals first through the mobile app, quick service. And then when it's ready, they'll call our number. Even our Dole Whip that we had, or we couldn't even order at the window. We had to order it through the phone, and then when it's ready, they'll call our number and we go up. So it's limited interactions. They're trying to do everything they can through a phone and limiting interactions, which is, it's convenient. It could be a catch-22, for someone who's not as phone savvy, but obviously, if you're coming to Disney, you have to know your app. So. But that's something we experienced that's definitely different because when we went out to eat, we had to order from our phone. However, there is something else that is pretty cool. They do have spacing, a lot of social distancing when you go out to eat. So there are people that couldn't sit next to us. They had all different little markers on the tables, so people literally couldn't sit at the tables next to us. So there was a lot of social distancing. So my husband and I felt really safe when we went out to eat at Magic Kingdom.
So I had a similar experience. That's an excellent story about what's a bit different. One tip right now, get on the Disney app, make sure you have the new version, and get used to mobile ordering.
Yeah.
I've only done it once or twice before, like for Casey's, the hot dog joint in Magic Kingdom, and also I think a Satuli Canteen. And we did Satuli Canteen on Friday because I wanted a good place to do a live feed.
Yeah.
And worked out excellent in there until we tried to leave and the connectivity went whoop. Do not use Disney Wi-Fi for any type of live streaming or any type of uploading. And at 10:30 it opened, and we go there like, oh, you can't even get in unless you have a mobile order. Because they want to know exactly who's coming in, how to seat people. So Disney has thought ahead on every level, even on the eating. Now on table service, you have to have a reservation. That's pretty, they know their capacity and they have reservations. You could do standby, but even on table service, not every restaurant, because we had a Sanaa last night, by the way, Rob Stewart, thank you. Rob Stewart is coming here in a few hours, by the way, to eat at Sanaa, the restaurant here at Kidani Village, and I'll talk about that in a second.
Check that out.
So, but even at Sanaa last night, I had a check-in, but a restaurant, Raglan Road in Disney Springs, they did not have the check-in. So
Gotcha.
It depends if it's Disney owned or not, I think.
Okay.
So there is now a mobile check-in process to your table service reservation. And what happens is 15 minutes prior, you check in, and here's the most brilliant part they should have had years ago. You can change the number of people on the fly.
Wow.
They know things change, they know who's coming, and then you select it, they give you a text saying we've accepted your reservation, and then say we'll text you when your table is ready.
That is awesome.
Because they don't want you crowding the restaurants, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
They just should have had that 2 years ago. Sorry, I love Disney, but I have to ding them on occasion. But this improvement is fantastic. And they really have forced to change their procedures. And speaking of table service dining, rumor has it, again, rumors in Disney mean nothing, that and a dollar will get you a Coke, that the 60-day window now is 60 days. Everett knows, right? Everett is about to make his dining service reservation for September. 60 days is now dining. What was the old window?
180, yeah.
180. It was 180 days. So you used to have to plan 6 months out, and I think Disney's realizing that was just way too far out. So that may stay long term, even once this COVID thing, declines.
That would be smart. That would be smart on their end.
I never understood the 180 thing.
Yeah.
But there were restaurants you needed all that time.
Yeah.
A Royal Table, the Castle Restaurant, and California Grill.
Of course.
You need 6 months.
You definitely do.
So that's the big change to table service. You need a reservation, then you need to check into that reservation for a Disney theme park and a Disney resort restaurant. Disney Springs, not so much. The mobile ordering, keep in mind that the menus on My Disney, and I wish I had one here, but whenever you go to a restaurant now, there's a barcode for the menu. And I ask them, do you have that menu on My Disney, on the name of the restaurant where you make a reservation? They said that maybe not the most up to date.
Yeah.
So the most up to date menus are actually on DisneyWorld.com, which means their website mobile. So when you hit the barcode and I haven't used my barcode scanner on my phone in years. So I now put that in the front of my phone.
Yeah.
And I used it every day this week. So use the barcode scanner, put a barcode scanner on your phone. You probably will have one default, because the most up-to-date menus on a barcode, because they've eliminated a lot of paper. It's unfortunate. I have no Safari guide here.
Yeah.
I have no map of the resort. I have issues against this whole touch thing. That's not how the experts are saying how this virus is spread, but it's what is being said as a requirement, and also people are cutting costs, and paper is one of them, and we should be more green. So unfortunately, there's a lot less paper at Disney, and there's no menus where you go places.
Oh, yeah.
If you talk to the right person, you may find a menu, like our bartender at Sanaa. Thanks to Slitvana last night for giving us the menu. We took a picture of it. So if you do see a paper menu, get a picture of it and save it. So those are the two major things, are that use the barcode scanners, use the table service check-in, and use mobile ordering for every restaurant that offers it. But there are challenges.
Yes, there are.
We tried to have lunch today at the resort, and this resort is not known for its midday options, because it's long-term stays, people are out in the parks.
Yeah.
So there's a Sanaa downstairs has a kind of mobile order option or sit-in option, very light. There's a marketplace that had a great sandwich, and there's a pool bar. But the pool bar is full of moms and kids having their orders, and the pool bar doesn't take mobile order.
Oh.
So we try to show up to get a quick sandwich,
Yeah.
and there was no quick sandwich because there was 10 rows of kids in front of us,
Yeah.
all spaced out appropriately. So these are the things that you're running into both in and out of the theme parks, because
Yep.
dining is a big part of the experience at Disney. And I do recommend, I don't know her, but AJ Wolf runs Disney Food Blog. It's not Disney sponsored, but she does an amazing job both on news. I will say her newsletter has too much clickbait, AJ. If you think she follows me, and I think it's way too long sometimes, but overall her videos, she does 4 15-minute videos a week, all properly edited, and she's a good talker, and she knows Disney dining cold.
Hey, check out the zebras behind us.
You break.
Look at that.
So
Oh
this is another
my.
reason, this resort's world class just for the decor and all different things, but man, we got right there, zebras.
I mean, wow.
There's 2 feeding stations right here. You can't see them, but right below us is a concrete block for the foraging animals, and then there's a box for the giraffes. And last night we had a tower of giraffes. But Rob, hey Rob, we'll see you later at Sanaa. Thanks for joining. And then, Everett made a comment. Can't see it. I can see Bonnie scan. Oh, water break. Another question, because we've been dealing with it. Is it hot? Yes. I would say the one Friday was mildish. And I'm used to the Florida heat, not necessarily Central Florida heat. Hey, Sue, welcome. Sue is my new travel agent selling for me, who got interested by watching this show.
Really?
The Moral Day show. She's like, I've had enough. How do you become a travel agent? She's transitioning from a different career. Yeah, Sue loved the view. Sue had a place here, lived in the Keys for years, now lives in Maine, and she never knew about this resort. She always wanted to stay here and never stayed here. So even if you're locals like these two, you have to stay. I mean, Jerry's wife, Jerry, the husband of Danielle, is here.
He's the one that told me when we first started dating. He said his dream was to always stay here, and I said, well, I will make that happen. And that's what I did for him last year for his birthday. I do want to mention, these are the new masks, since you did bring up masks, that they're selling now at Disney.
Nice.
They're only $6. That's really not bad. They're really cute because they actually look like the character. So, you got your Mickey right here. Then they have Donald. They have a few different ones, Goofy. So, or you have your regular masks, But these are cute. They're going around. I saw Winnie the Pooh and stuff. So, you have your options.
I am more for the disposable kind. And I have my reasons. I'm looking into one. I have very sensitive skin. And I like the ones I could use and just throw it away. Yeah. And if I did use one, I'd have to wash it every day.
No, me too. I'm not even going to lie. I like that one because they're more breathable to me. Yep. So I can just breathe better. So.
Plus, it sometimes matches my attire. So these are the ones you can buy online for like, $50 for 200, whatever it is. Or the drugstores have them, but, it's a lot higher than Amazon, obviously.
Yeah.
So we're trying to ready the Steadicam. It's a little hot out here, and the Steadicam was overheating because it was sitting for so long. So we're working on that right now. So we'll get you more views of the animals in a minute. And
can't get it. Look, it's a whole zebra family. There's even a baby there.
so masks are required, and masks are required in Orange County, in most of Florida now.
Yep.
And I heard a lot of people are wearing masks nowadays who didn't normally wear a mask. So keep that in mind if you have a political slant to the conversation. And I do not, but I do believe in following what's safe and what's right. And when a restaurant says no shirt, no shoes, no service, I pay attention. And Disney is private property, so if you do not want to wear a mask and have a constitutional right against it, then don't come.
That's simple, right?
I don't go to a restaurant, and if I'm not going to follow their rules, and I'm not going to come to Disney, I don't follow theirs.
Yep.
I kind of like it because my sensitive skin, my lips are real tender, and I have certain sunblocks I use, and it just doesn't make me comfortable. And I don't have to wear sunblock now on my mask.
I can't say that I love it. It gets really hot, but I feel safe. That's all that matters. So, yes, I'm hot, but guess what? It's the price we pay right now because the truth is we're in a pandemic. So if you want to go out and enjoy yourself, you're going to have to wear the mask. So it is what it is.
So Everett had a good question, back to my dining conversation. And yes, so dining used to be 180 days out. And it was at 180 days from your check-in date, you could plan all your dining reservations. That means if you had a 7-night trip, you can plan 7 days of dining, up to 14 days. Disney had a 14-day limit. So all you people from the UK that would come for like a month, you had to go 14 days, and from there you had to go 1 day at a time. So Everett asked, now that the window is 60 days, and he has a window coming up, at 60 days, can he make all his reservations for the trip? And the answer is yes. It's the same format. So when your window comes up, like at 7 a.m. on East Coast time, on that day, you can make all your reservations. No fast pass right now.
Yeah.
The things we talked about last year, I forgot to mention, there is no park hopping. And even on the preview, they gave me one park on a choice of 2 different days, but just one park. I couldn't go one park one day, one park the other. So you need a theme park pass, and look it up online, theme park pass, how to get one. With a theme park pass, you need a ticket. Okay, an active ticket. You don't need a resort guest stay anymore that you used to, but now they've relaxed that. And you need availability in that one park.
Yep.
And right now, Hollywood Studios is blocked out for this week and into most of July, I believe. But check the theme park pass calendar at Walt Disney World. No park hopping for now. Disney wants to know exactly how many people are in the parks. Also, being a resort guest does not guarantee you get into the parks. You still have to get a theme park pass, but they have reserved a lot of people to do that. And right now, it's pretty wide open except for Hollywood Studios this week.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for anyone who's staying here or booked last minute and they can't get into studios, but that's, that park, because it's not the biggest park, has limited capacity.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And because of the new ride.
So that's the way it is now. 60-day dining. Theme park pass required, no park hopping. Listen, I'm a pass holder, I've been for years. I mean, look at my band here. I got lots of insignias that I'm a pass holder, and I miss park hopping. I mean, and it's also limited hours. So we wanted to hit a park one day, hit a park another, but now it's oh, after tonight, I can't go to Animal Kingdom the rest of the trip. Now, it would have been, tonight will be 3 times because I have other parks to go to.
Yeah.
So that part's disappointing. But But Disney needs to know how many people are in each park. And if you're a pass holder, you get an extension of 117 days, the amount of days theme parks were closed. On your pass, I have mine. And they're going to tack on another month in October for no park hopping, which I don't think is enough, but for now. There was some billing errors with
yeah, a lot of people got overcharged.
But that's been fixed.
Some of it's fixed.
I prepay my pass. So, but Everett, great question. And Rob, we'll see in a few hours at Sanaa, awesome restaurant downstairs, kind of African Indian cuisine. We ate dinner last night, definitely had the Indian style bread service at Sanaa. How do you get here? Uber. Uber. This resort seems remote, but honestly, there's not much by it. It seems more remote. But yeah, from here to Bay Lake Tower will take you a good 12 to 15 minute ride. That's where we came from yesterday, but it's all Disney highways. But you can take a bus from Disney Springs or just Uber on over to get to the restaurants here. But Sanaa is open for business if you're on property, and make a dining reservation first. And remember, check in for that dining reservation 15 minutes prior. But thank you again for joining. It's been solid views all afternoon. We're trying to get more views off our Steadicam, but it's so hot out here, the Steadicam kind of overheated. Plus we got wiring all fixed into it. And so we're working on that right now. And Skip hope you're still on, Skip. And, he just left today. Skip is a radio talent I know from the Keys, who's a big Disneyite. He'd come for all the press previews. We thought we were spoiled for pass holder previews.
I got some of those press previews.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because she works for a media company, VP of BuzzTeam Media.
And I used to work for the news.
Plus, they must know that you also met the Pope.
Yeah, they do.
So I teased Danielle and Jerry last time because I go to her Facebook page when we first connected, and there's her and Jerry and the Pope right on top of him. You met the Pope. I'm not a real religious guy, but you met the Pope.
I kissed his ring.
Everyone says I know a lot of people, but I have met the Pope.
Yeah, that was a blessing.
All right, so we covered safety. Let's cover transportation. I mentioned how to get here, but that's a niche restaurant to get to. Buses are running. Again, everything is physically distant. So on the bus, certain seats aren't open. We took a bus around Fort Wilderness, part of our day yesterday. Monorail's running. There's dividers in between, and they divide you before you lead, and they make sure there's not. They even know how many people left the platform.
Yeah.
They're avoiding anybody to have a crowd. The monorails have dividers in the middle. I haven't posted a picture yet, but I will later today. And it's nothing exciting. There's just a divider where there used to be an open area. I mean, there's a seat of two sides, but only one group will go in that area. If it's one person, fine. If it's 10 people, if it fits, fine. As long as one group. Hey, David Hart, welcome to Florida. He just moved to Treasure Island area on the West Coast. So, not Dave Hartman, Dave Hart, friend from high school.
And parking.
Welcome to Florida, Dave. Come to Orlando. He can't come this time, but we'll see him next trip in August.
Oh, nice. So, even hotter.
So this Disney Skyliner, my favorite new addition to the Disney World, outside the theme park additions, is opening July 15th on Wednesday. I'll be on it and taking footage. May do a live stream depending on our connection. So please watch it. And that's a new gondola system that runs between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and between Arts of Animation, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach Resort, and the back of Epcot.
It is awesome.
Yeah,
you got a nice breeze up there. It's really beautiful.
So, got it good. We're getting some different light here, so we're trying to get more light on the subject. And then, so we covered buses, monorail,
the rides.
Boats. Okay, boats. Because no one has a straight answer. So, the resort boats from Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness are running to Magic Kingdom. Contemporary, you walk monorail for Grand Floridian and Polynesian. These are the Magic Kingdom resorts around Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake. took a while to get an answer, but we still don't have an official one. The resorts boat that runs in a triangle on Bay Lake between Fort Wilderness Campground, Contemporary, and Wilderness Lodge is not running.
Wow.
So yesterday we went to have lunch at one of my favorite gyms in all of Walt Disney World, Geyser Point Grill at Wilderness Lodge. Check it out. It's table service, but no reservation, so you just walk up.
Oh, okay.
And we had a great lunch there. Nice charcuterie board and some excellent beer on tap. It's got the view. It's got the food. It's got the cast members who are experienced there. It is awesome. There are quick service spots open, so it's a little weird. You're out eating and people in the pool are coming up to order a snack. They're like, open up a quick service window. So we can never get an answer. I take the boat from Bay Lake Tower where we're staying, or Contemporary. Bay Lake Tower is next to Contemporary. And so we finally just drove over there, and we got grilled in June because they weren't allowing any of that, but they relaxed that now. Woman's like, oh, what are you coming for? I'm like, Geyser Point. Like, okay. Didn't check an ID. I guess it's easier now.
Yeah.
And our bartender's like, yeah, so once the park's open, they relaxed that rule.
Except for campground.
Oh, campground. There's one woman who keeps. Anyways, there's ways around that. Anyways, a side tangent, but yeah. So to get to certain places is still challenging. Disney Springs has been open since May 20th. You've been?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It wasn't the greatest experience, only because there was a curfew, so the restaurant we were looking forward to going to is closed. But, we looked online, it said it was open, Planet Hollywood, and it wasn't. So we went to Deluxe Burger instead. Yeah. We did the mobile ordering, so that was a little different, like we talked about. So it was a little different with the restaurants, some of the restaurants being closed and whatnot, but, just something to get used to. And they just have different hours. You just have to make sure to go online or call. I would just call, because if you call, then you know, because I went online and it was not open.
So the idea of Disney, even more than before, is plan ahead.
Yeah.
Plan ahead with the mobile apps they have, and make sure you have a reservation for everything you do.
Yes.
Like yesterday, back to Fort Wilderness, we could have went in and we wanted to go see the new Tri-Circle D barn where they keep the show horses, the ones that are in parades at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
They also the ones they use for horse and carriage. Romantic date night, Jerry, horse and carriage at Fort Wilderness, especially at Christmas time.
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
So these horses are Clydesdales and Percherons and quarter horses. They also have little ponies there too.
Aww.
But to get there, you have to go to their main parking lot and bus down. And we go there, and the same lady that nailed us in late June, like, you need to have a reservation. Right? I want to go horseback riding. No, you found oh boy. But then we found a way to get in because I have my ways, and that's it. And we end up getting down to Tri-Circle D Ranch. But if I had a reservation, no problem.
Yeah.
Or the trick around that one is take the bus from Disney Springs. So you want to get anywhere you have a hard time getting into, park at Disney Springs and then take the bus there. There's a bus to every resort. So if you want to get to Fort Wilderness, like I did yesterday, to have their awesome fried chicken, PJ's
really?
Southern Takeout is open. Or you want to see the new barn or just hang around Fort Wilderness, go to Disney Springs, take the bus there. And a guy named Tim Tracker, one of your locals, did it. So if he does it, it's okay to do it.
Okay.
But actually, a lot of the bloggers did that in June. I caught on to. So, but anyways, Geyser Point is awesome. Fort Wilderness is awesome. The new ranch, we actually ran into a Shetland pony
Wow.
that had a new kid that was 8 weeks old named Violet.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was so cute because we got there. I was taking, and during the video, you gotta watch my video from yesterday. Fort Wilderness was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. I did the live feed, and the little Violet was rubbing her butt against the rail. She had a little butt itch.
That is
I'm like, don't worry, I've
awesome.
been there. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. And we had this young cast member who was like, I really could have put him on camera, but I don't want to put them in that position.
Yeah.
But he was like, hey, oh yeah, this and that. And the Dragon Calliope is back. So Google Disney's Dragon Calliope. It is this amazing device from 1907. You pull it like a cart with horses and it makes music.
What?
Walt Disney bought that himself for the opening of Disneyland. They've kept it around and has a beautiful new storeroom at the Tricycle D Ranch.
What?
If you want to hear more about Fort Wilderness and Tricycle D Ranch, check out my live feed from yesterday around
That's
3:30, 4
awesome.
o'clock on David W. Hartman here. And again, thank you for joining today. Dave Hart is loving Florida. Dave Perdue, thanks for joining. And Tony says, have a magical day. John Botanto, he's the one that got me started here. And Dave Hart says about moving to Florida from Connecticut, where we're from.
Ah.
Love it more and more by the day.
Close.
Dude, I will put up with this wonderful heat in the summer for the winters we have down here in Florida. I grew up in Connecticut, and I love everyone in Connecticut. I love my family up there, but it's a lot of short, dreary days come wintertime.
I'm from Rhode Island, but I only lived there till I was 7, so I can't say I understand too much.
So for all you joining, any questions, throw them in the chat while we're live. We're going to end up pretty soon because it's pretty warm out here. We covered most everything. I want to go back to theme parks a little bit and talk about our days, how that went.
Yeah,
And some things they need to know when you're in the park.
for sure.
Because we're here telling you what you need to know to come back to Walt Disney World.
What do you need to expect?
Jamie, thank you for joining. Love these streams. I'll keep doing them. You guys keep watching. I'll keep doing them. And so far, we have a great for Monday afternoon. It's been fantastic. And I'll be streaming more throughout the week. I am here all week because theme parks are reopening in phases. Tomorrow, I have some business off-site, and we're changing resorts again. Why? Because I can do that. And we're going back to Boardwalk Resort. Why? To be walking distance to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So it helps to know or know someone who knows, like Dave's Disney, of where to stay when you want to do certain parks.
Yes.
So I moved to Bay Lake Tower for the opening of Magic Kingdom. We actually stayed by Animal Kingdom Thursday night to be close for the morning of the preview. And then we're right at Animal Kingdom right now. We can run over. Last time we ran over, like 5-minute drive, and boom, we're in the
Seriously,
park.
it's crazy how quick.
You can kind of park in preferred parking after hours without a problem. You didn't hear that from me? So we just drove right in and parked and
Yep,
walked in.
exactly.
By the way, check out, I took some pictures. I'll post some more. The new Animal Kingdom security gate is fantastic. I'm trying to watch these guys where they're panning over and also watch the feed at the same time. So pardon me if I'm not eyeing you right now. And I'm trying to see what's out. We have some more zebras. Hopefully the giraffes will come out. But again, it's pretty warm out here and my equipment's screaming at me. But we did this to show you what Disney has to offer for resorts. And to me, this is one of the best they have. Deluxe-wise, you're going to pay a premium, anywhere from $350 to $600 a night, depending on the time of the year, for a studio, and then on up. A one-bedroom is probably $800 a night or so. But there's always promotions. Even after you book, there's promotions.
Oh, for sure.
When you book Disney, it's 499 days out. Still, that hasn't changed now that everything's reopened. So right now, if you want to book next year, the 50th anniversary, and they are selling park hoppers for that time, packages are available up until before the anniversary dates. But you can do a resort only. Either call me or call Disney Travel Services to get on that. Because it's all about the theme parks in the end. I mean, the Disney World is amazing. I love resort only stays. Like last time, I love seeing, like we did Geyser Point, we did Fort Wilderness, we did golf yesterday morning.
That's so awesome.
At the Disney Golf Village area, and right now by Magic Kingdom. But
NBA was playing.
yeah, NBA was playing golf, by the way. The NBA is here, and I heard. Thank you, Tony, for sending this article about Rajon Rondo, who I love when he was the Celtics, complained about the accommodations. Dude, it's training camp.
My sister's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, they're complaining."
My only note to the NBA is NBA. Put a muzzle on the players, please. I mean, you're just trying to complete the season, guys. So, and then the NBA is paying a lot to be here. They could be a little bit more respectful. I love that there's a pass holder in the NBA. When the first was announced, he goes, "I can't go to the parks. What if I'm a pass holder?" No, you're not allowed because they're in the NBA bubble. We didn't see the NBA, but we saw their bus leaving. It wasn't the NBA, I believe it was one team. They can't send them all, but they're going to do a night at Splitsville. They're going to do a day in the parks, maybe after hours.
Oh, very cool.
And so that's what's happening in the NBA. But we can't. It's kind of a non-subject. If you're in a resort near them, you can't see them. Grand Floridian Villas is open, but the rest of the hotel's NBA, so it's a non-factor. So don't worry about the NBA. They're here, but you're not going to notice them. MLS Soccer's here too, but they're staying off-site in a bubble, and they're traveling to ESPN, Wild West Sports only, nowhere else. So that's great news. It's great for Disney to get some extra cash in the coffers after losing, I think, $40 million a day being closed for 4 months. And but besides that, it doesn't affect the parks. Park hours are limited. So go online right now to just Google Disney World Park hours and check those out for your next visit.
Yes.
It's a little difficult. I miss Pandora at night. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Pandora is the land in Disney World in Animal Kingdom they built in 2017. It's awesome.
Yep.
Every day right now, Animal Kingdom 8 to 6.
Yep.
So they do that for a lot of reasons, mostly because of number of people they're allowing in the parks, overhead. And they're also running on reduced cast members right now. There's normally 75,000 working around here. There's probably half that right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would say 9 to 7. Over Danielle's head, I can see my resort TV and kind of see the hours. And then the hours of the other two, it's 10 o'clock for studios to 8. And then 11 to 9 for Epcot when they open July 15th. I like to at least keep Epcot the traditional 9 o'clock.
Yes. A food and wine festival.
So those are the hours. I mean, I don't have to tell you them. Check them out online. They're consistent for the next few months, for now. Everything at Disney is subject to change, so everything we tell you today may change, but what we know right now is things are different and things are safe.
Yeah.
And just be aware of information and contact me if you need help. Yeah. So how was your experience in Magic Kingdom on Saturday?
Well, when we went on the rides, they separate us by the different rows. When we went on Splash Mountain, there were a couple rows in between us. So everything was safe. When we went out to eat, like I was mentioning, people can't sit around you. They have markers on tables. And when you wait in line, there's a lot of social distancing going on. Everything was great. I never felt crowded. I mean, we got a shot of the castle where no one else was in the background. I mean, we stood in front of the castle. Like I said, you went to events before, private events. We went to press events. It's never been like that. It was amazing. So truly a great experience.
Yeah, I talked a lot about, and your experience was great because you guys were in the afternoon. We kind of passing shifts. We were there in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we walked over in the morning. So I talked about the morning experience, how we walked over and then we're spaced out, even waiting for the security gate to open. And then once we got in, it was like, I walked up and going, is this already open?
Yeah.
I walked back around to do my live feed with all the cast members I talked about, all cheering us. And after that, I mean, we went to Splash Mountain because everyone wants to ride Splash Mountain, but it was broken down. And then I'm like, the two rides that are there, well, everyone went on Big Thunder Mountain. And those are the only two real rides that had lines that we saw.
Yeah.
But we did catch on to something that you should need to know about. Every time you go on a ride, this is a Dave's Disney exclusive tip, ask them when the next cleaning time is. If they say we're cleaning it now, turn around and go to a different ride because it's a good 10, 15 minutes. Some rides they clean in phases. Like I think Flight of Passage with 4 theaters, they'll close one and clean it and then keep the others going, But Haunted Mansion, we sat in that queue and it's very interesting. Haunted Mansion has a regular line and a fast pass line. What they did was they wrapped people around those two lines and they space it out where you don't even stand by someone side to side. So sometimes you'll have a gap of 10 feet to your next marker. And on the ground they have markers, like you've seen them all over the place nowadays, and they have directionals well marked. So they're using their existing queues to do that. Fast Pass is still being used for rider swap. Those are adults that have a kid too short to ride. Mom goes, dad waits, and then switch. Mom stays with kid, and dad goes. And then also DAS, Disability Assistance Services. And then that's a service you need to register for. And it's for free, and you register your whole party, and they're allowed to travel with you. DAS is around because many years ago, people were abusing and paying for handicaps to take them in the parks. Because if you're handicapped, you got fast pass and lines. Yeah. So if you have challenges and do need just the short lines, talk to Disney Guest Services upon arrival and register for DAS. Disability Accessible Services, I believe. But just Google Disney World DAS and they can help you. So fast pass lines are there, but you'll see people walking through them, but don't worry, they're allowed to be there. But you're in standby queue. And so at Magic Kingdom, we got stuck on Haunted Mansion for 10 minutes just sitting in this line under shade. And I'm like, it said 5-minute wait.
Yeah.
So upon entering the ride, I said, hey, you guys have a breakdown? I said, no, cleaning. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, well, that's not reflected in the wait time. So keep in mind that the cleaning time doesn't always translate to the wait time. Sometimes it does. So the next ride went on Little Mermaid because we were focused on the little 5-minute rides. You know, I didn't want to wait in line. It was hot out. And I asked them, said, when's your next cleaning? So it's coming up. I'm like, let's go now. And we got on before I stopped. They were actually cleaning it as it went, though. I don't know why Haunted Mansion shut down for so long, but keep in mind the cleaning times may shut down rides longer than the wait time, and we got burned yesterday. Steve, thank you for joining. Just checking in. Everett's got 2 more questions because he's a Disneyite. He's also a Disney Vacation Club owner and a friend and client of mine. He said, found it interesting that each park is open for a 10-hour window. Glad that DH opens at 10 o'clock. Yes, that's their limit, I guess. And also excited about 3 staggered times for virtual queues for Rise of Resistance. Yes, that is the big news this week. I actually haven't researched it yet because I got a couple days to research it. But they're now doing virtual queues. If you heard about Rise of Resistance, this greatest experience ever, we all did it together for the first time back in December. And it's being in a Star Wars movie for 20 minutes in Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge. And it's amazing. And they use a virtual queue system because of the demand. And they weren't using virtual queues for anyone, any ride here, and they decided to bring it back for Rise of Resistance, so that's good news. So, so Google that online, and then I'll have more information about that after Wednesday. So I'm here all week from theme parks. We talked about Animal Kingdom, how quiet it was. Magic Kingdom was more wait times. I posted the wait times, but still, you know, relaxed. And really, you can walk as you please, and look at my live feeds from Saturday, and you'll see it's wherever I walked was wide open.
Yeah, same here. It was amazing.
Yep. And went back to Animal Kingdom yesterday, just for a quick hour to fly to Passage.
Yeah.
7th time this week. And also wide open. I mean, I walked in the Tree of Life doing a live feed. Check out those live feeds and like them and share them. And it was like,
yep, and they have hand sanitizer stations everywhere. So every time you go onto a ride and right when you get off. So it's great.
So I'm staying here all week mostly because the Wednesday, they stagger the opening. Saturday, then Wednesday is Epcot and Hollywood Studios. I'm going to Studios on Wednesday and a little bit on Friday before going home. And then on Thursday, I'm excited about going back to Epcot. And Epcot has a hybrid food and wine festival this year. Normally opens in late August. Was for years like late September, mid-September, then late August. So now it's July 15th.
And maybe that's what our lucky winner could use their gift card on. Something.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even think of a trivia question. But, and you know, I'm going to do it on a different feed because a lot of people have come and gone today. So I meant to do it midway through, but I was watching our technical difficulties with our Steadicam.
Gotcha.
But hopefully you've been seeing our zebra out there. I'll be passing through.
They're behind you.
Oh, there they are.
Hey, back here. I was hoping the Tower of Giraffes would come out, but this is a Savannah View room, Savannah View studio, deluxe studio at Kidani Village, and it's been great staying here, Animal Kingdom Lodge. And it's near Jumbo House, right behind Animal Kingdom Theme Park.
Yeah.
We're talking about animals, pardon us. Thank you all for joining. Please like this feed, share it, comment. I'll be watching the comments all day long. I always get comments afterwards. And I definitely appreciate you guys joining today. And also like my Dave's Disney page. We do nonstop content. So we're now messing with the camera a little bit. Going to give you some different views. And watch my feeds. Tomorrow will be a little bit going on because we're changing resorts again. But Wednesday, we'll be live all day from Hollywood Studios. And they're going to stop looking at us and look at the animals. And time for our water break. Appreciate you joining. Thanks for the questions, Everett. Great questions. Looking for other questions. Appreciate all joining. And Daniella, again, your feedback today was fantastic. I'm sure you'll be in the parks a few more times.
Yes, definitely. And we'll be back for the Food and Wine Festival, and we have to check out Hollywood Studios for sure.
Are you guys scheduled to go in this week?
But yes, Saturday.
Nice. Oh, we're gonna miss you then. So. Well, it's cool to see you Friday.
Yes.
Kind of almost saw you on Saturday, and we'll definitely hang out in the theme park again soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah, but keep in mind, guys, Disney World is safe. It is secure. It has been distanced real well. And if you have any questions on anything, please feel free to contact me. Message me here. or contact me at dave@davesdisney.com. You guys, we're going to give you one last bit of the views here of the animals, and then we're going to head on out for the afternoon and go enjoy Animal Kingdom theme park.
Have a good one.
Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expedition that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages in remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman at 305-453-9208 or email dave@bucketwishtrip.com.
Come on, what are you waiting for? They're serving rum up, it's right next door. There's a party on the sandbar in the Keys.